Welcome back, the pup and I. The pup and I remained in contact even after I was sent to prison. We're talking about the kid, not the actual dog, if my memory is correct. But then I stopped hearing from him. I couldn't help but worry. And then people from 12 years ago started cropping up all over the place. It rather piqued my curiosity, so I thought I'd temporarily regain my freedom and look into things. People from 12 years ago. You mean LaGuardia, Winter, and the President, I assume. Well, Warden LaGuardia was in charge of the prison where he was an inmate this whole time, right? Kiki. I fear I wasn't as kind to her as I could have been. Then, she did try to have me killed. You already know why, of course. Because you murdered President Wang. But they needed the world to believe he was still alive. If somebody had exposed the president as a fake, it would have been bad for LaGuardia and Chairman Winter too. Exactly. And not only that, I happened to overhear something else intriguing that night. I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like, even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but... Anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye. Who are you? Sorry, but I'm waiting for someone. Kiki, I know you are. President Wang. I couldn't help overhearing the news. Congratulations. But please don't worry about your son. I only kill those I am employed to kill, which in this case means you. No. Wait, this is my first chance to meet— Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up. His first reaction isn't even like, I don't want to die, it's, I want to meet my son. And it might be my only chance. Please, give me just... Oh, he doesn't even care if you kill him. Just give him what he wants to see the sun. Yeah, exactly. Fuck. I thought he was gonna beg for his life, but no. An interesting character. I told him I was not aware that he had a child. No, he said and shook his head. Neither was I, but the world will know that I have one now. I mean to make sure of it. I've even prepared something in case the worst comes to worst, which would be the will. And the son in question, it was the young gentleman with the horns here, correct? Horns? You can see them? Kiki. I don't need to, my dear. I've been listening very carefully, you see. And for longer than you may realize. So the president meant to tell the world about Sean and prepared something in case of the worst. But it's not enough to simply have Kanis' word on the matter. Of course. We have something that proves what he's telling us the president said is true, the will. The will everybody knew about. He entrusted it to my family to show his belief in us after all. The name in the recording. The preparations he had made, and his will. With those 3 pieces of information, I was able to convince Warden LaGuardia to do anything I asked. With the information at his disposal, he could have exposed the truth about the body double at any time, and Sean's true identity with it. President Wang was more agile than I'd anticipated. He blocked my first knife thrust with something soft. The bull-looking thing. By the time the piece I'd broken off hit the snow, my next strike had hit its mark. So it was Kanis who tore the horn off of the Tarasaurus doll. I was the only one present to hear his final words. The only one who knew the truth about his son. Well, me and that poor pup. Alright. I'm trying to wrap my head around, like, since this is like the final mission, like, I'm assuming this is the final mission. I don't know if there's like a secret epilogue or anything. But like, all the characters coming in, the plot twists everywhere. The pup and I remained in contact. Can you tell me more about that? So we were able to continue communicating with him from prison? Kiki, I was, via a post office box. What's that? It's a means of exchanging mail without revealing one's own address. I never knew where he was, and I wasn't able to slip out and track him down. I was being kept under rather strict supervision, you see. By Warden Boarding, no doubt. What were the two of you even communicating about? We were playing correspondence chess, of course. That and griping about our respective lots in life. Correspondence chess? But didn't you used to play that with... As unlikely as it may seem, Mr. Kanis' chess opponent was Mr. Knight. Yeah, it was Mr. Knight. We found the diagram of the game in his cell too. Wait, so is Mr. Knight the... No. So does that mean Knight had something to do with all the IS-7 business? Wait, could that be it? Do we have any evidence that might connect Knight to IS? Oh, fuck. I mean, we have... I mean, the only thing we have of Knights is, do I even have it still? I have the reward on Knight. That's a Morocco Knight, printed rather than handwritten. I doubt it's the diagram. IS-7 was 18 years ago. This is... Trying to find out who Kanis is playing his chess game with. Let's talk about 12 years ago. Knight's possessions, pocket chest, and a ring. I can't see it from here, but that symbol that's on the ring. I think it's
Take that!
This is everything Knight left behind. Could there be a clue here somewhere? A ring and a chess set. Which one? I want to look at the ring. Yeah! That's the same as the Artie Frost logo. What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Fender, take a closer look at it if you would. That design. That's Paul Hillich's trademark mark. Indeed. It looks like somebody turned the stamp he used to sign his work with it into a ring. Why would not? So Knight was the kid in the car. Why was it not with the rest of the evidence from the IS-7 incident? They tried to release Frost's personal effects to his next of kin after the case wound down, but if I remember rightly, old Frosty Boy didn't have any family aside from his kid, and the kid was missing, so they never got to hand it back to him. Not till later, anyhow. I heard on the grapevine that they found him in the end and gave him the goods, including the seal, it would seem, which he turned into a ring and wore until his own death. Interesting. So we're saying Mr. Knight was Mr. Frost's son. The cops don't mess around with stuff like that. They would have made sure before handing it over. And we were looking for somebody connected to the IS-7 incident who played correspondence chess, right? Wait, so our secret string puller is Bronco Knight?
Objection!
Knight is dead. How could he possibly be involved in our current case? Far out. So our only candidate for genius mastermind is the guy who already kicked the bucket? That's impossible. How could a dead guy be behind all this? It is a little perplexing, but then who else could it be? The other kid. But then I stopped hearing from him. I completely forgot we were in the middle of this. Gonna stop with her. And the people from 12 years ago started cropping up all over the place. Piqued my interest. I did so used to enjoy tapping out My little letters in Braille? Wait, but if you were sending the chess correspondence, those weren't in Braille. Where's the chess letter? Oh, but these are printed. So if you were sending these out in Braille, and Knight was receiving them printed,
Objection!
You said that you wrote all of your letters in Braille, is that correct? I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Prosecutor, but you do know about my condition, don't you? That's odd, because the chess diagram we found in Knight's cell didn't contain any Braille at all. Really? But surely that's impossible. How so, exactly? Maybe someone typed Mr. Kanis' letters out on purpose? Meaning there may have been some sort of intermediate between the two of them. So then... Mr. Kanis wrote the letters in Braille, yeah. But the letter received by Mr. Knight contained no Braille at all and was printed. So that there's a third person who typed the letters out in between. Guess it could have worked the same way on the flip side. Yeah, he would respond, and the person in the middle would write it in Braille. Whoever it was could have taken Knight's letters and turned them back into Braille. They could indeed. I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Kanis. Mr. Kanis, the answers you received, they were written in Braille too, yes. So some mysterious middle person really was retyping the Bronxter's missives. Then that same person might well be our secret string holder. Wait, you're trying to say there's another hidden mastermind behind this whole thing? So who's this new one? I'm with lying here. Bronco Knight, son of Artie Frost, is already dead. So yeah, it's the other kid. Son, I don't remember what the guy's name was. Do I have his profile here? Where's homeboy? Oh, he's not part of this case. Fuck. The other confection dude. Maybe he'll say it here. But what if the other child from the incident 18 years ago was actually who we've been looking for? Carmelo Gusto's son, but who is he and where is he? If Knight was Frost's son, Gusto's son would have to be... I've known him since we were kids, when both of us were all alone. He doesn't have any family, you see, just like me. How old was Bronco? 24? Who else is 24? Because they were around the same age, right? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that was him saying that. That was him when he came to visit, and he was like, yeah, he has no... Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Alright, let's go back to arresting Simeon. Of course, it all makes sense. I know exactly who our so-called mastermind is. You have to tell us. I can hardly believe it, but it's somebody we know rather well. The person we've been looking for is... Fender. Oop. Oh, wrong button.
Take that!
It has to be. The person behind all this? The person who forced Chairman Winter's hand by sending the letter to Rosie Ringer? The person who kidnapped Sean and bugged Kay and myself? The person who did the strangest thing of all? Who drugged Kay and carried her up on the roof to the big building? It was the monster. What? Did you really just say what I thought you did? Yes, the monster. That was the key to unmasking our mastermind. Oh, I almost forgot. We're, doing a new show soon. I'd love it if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right, the Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have oodles of fun. Miss Lloyd, could I ask a favor? Ooh, little me? What kind of favor? You told us you recorded the sound of the Pterosaurus breathing fire. You capture the sound, big ol' beastie. Sure did. Like I said, I didn't precisely see the guy, but boy did I hear him. Could we listen to the tape? You surely can. Let's see now. That's it, that sound, it must be what I think it is. My theory has to be correct. The truth about the monster, is that just like a person breathing fire since he's a circus person? The truth about the monster, the identity of the person behind all this, it's all falling into place. Miss Hart, you saw a giant eye at the window on the storeroom, did you not? Yep. Snap me a picture of it too, even if you can't rightly see it so well. I do not see it at all there. We can't see it right now, but... Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Your image analyzer, can we borrow it again? Sure, but what do you want to look at, sir? This photograph right here. Gotcha, I'm on it. Yeah, the window. Zoom in. Okay. That's... See? I done told you, Pterosaurus is his own dang self. Yes, there it is at last. The monster commanded by the architect of this whole scheme. Monster? You're finally ready to admit it that he's dang well real, the big bad bull himself? No, because that isn't Pterosaurus at all. It's the eye of a different giant beast entirely. Take a look at this if you would. The Big Berry Circus flyer? Oh, wait, look! You see it? The enormous lion balloon? That's the real monster. And the sound Miss Lloyd thought was the creature breathing fire. Oh, the air balloon. Oh, come on, you're really gonna bring me crashing down to Earth like that? That's how balloons fly, huh? They burn gas to make hot air? They do. And our culprit was able to use that balloon to carry Kay up on the roof of the big building without ever going near the elevator. So this culprit, they've got something to do with the circus. Circus worker, friend of the Bronxter, son of Gusto. Whoa, 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 you're not serious. You forgot to mention trainee animal tamer. Yeah, it's hard to believe. But he's the one who's been pulling the strings this whole time. That's right, Simeon Saint is the one behind all of this. Simeon? But everything, really? I don't believe you. We trusted him, and he trusted us. You can't tell me that was all lies. That would be too horrible. I'm sorry, Kay. Who was that? Hey, where do you think you're going, old man? Me? Oh, him. Nothing escapes you, does it, young pup? My congratulations, Mr. Edgeworth. But now that I know the truth, my business here is done. What? No, Mr. Kanis, wait. And I died. I was just tackled by an assassin's dog. I'm dead. This is roll credits, game over. Dang it, he disappeared. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't worry, I'm fine. But... Damn you. Are you alright, Sean? He killed my dad. He did, right? You know, I somehow kind of, like, forgot about that part. Not, like, obviously he's talking... I forgot about the fact that the son was here listening to the fact that this guy killed his dad. There's no easy way to say it, but I'm sorry, Sean. It would appear that he did. He won't get away with it. I'll make him pay. Somehow, some way, I'll...
Overruled.
No, Sean. You mustn't say such things. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. You'll have to forgive us both. I just put the call out, sir. All units are on the lookout for Mr. Kanis. I don't mean to hurry everybody, but we better be on our way too. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, where do you think we'll find our mastermind? I suppose you're right. We should go after the mastermind right now. He said he had to practice for the show, which I guess means he'll be at the circus. But before we leave, there's something I'd like to ask of you, Agent Lang. There is? What? Once a beast has been sighted, the next step is to plan its capture. When we arrive, there's something we'll need to try and find as a matter of priority. And Detective, I'd like you to look into something that's been bothering me about Sean's kidnapping. Yes, sir. I want to help too, Mr. Edgeworth. Good. There's somebody I'd like you to try and contact. If Saint really is our mastermind, we're going to need this person's help. Regina? Between our many encounters, I never suspected a thing, even though he was right there in front of me. I messed up, there's no other way of putting it, but I'm going to put things right once and for all. It's kind of funny that, like, if I wasn't so good at my job, he would be in jail because they already had him arrested. I got him free. Well, we will resume this next time. Bye-bye.